Michael Workman, the founder and director of Bridge Art Fair. We started the fair on this scale only about a year ago. Before that, we were doing smaller exhibitions for probably 4 years. And the show, this show is our first inaugural show in New York City. We've been in Miami and in London. We have a show coming up in Berlin. But the idea is to connect art cultures around the globe, to pair the work of one group of artists, either defined by geography or by a type of work, and introduce it to an entirely new environment. We came to the tunnel because this space had a particular history in New York, which was connected to the whole kind of limelight scene. You know, these clubs where you would have a kind of creative nightlife culture, and there was a whole kind of scene of younger people who known as the club kids, who were kind of channeling or invoking Warhol superstars, which were a kind of small circle of friends who were into persona building.
I haven't been to the tunnel since about 1987 when Rudolfo still ran it. It was really pretty fucking wild in those days. I mean, there'd be a seething horde of like people wearing mink coats on the dance floor, you know, like shaking around. You know, it was really great. I used to get there with my wife. I'd be all drunk. I used to like down about half a case of beer, about a quarter ounce of marijuana, take some speed, and then vomit on the dance floor. And it was really great. I mean, it was everybody had a ball.
I don't know much about clothes, but my hair looks fierce. I don't know much about clothes, but my hair looks fierce.
When the tunnel first opened, it was the beginning of the Club Kid movement. Rudolph was the guy who managed the tunnel when it opened in the 80s. And he hired Michael Alig, A-L-I-G, he was the head of the Club Kids, to have these Club Kid parties. They were like wild, underage, crazily dressed creatures, like cartoon characters on a lot of drugs. Very creative and very hedonistic. Jump ahead now 20 years later, that's pretty much gone.
I think that people weren't as watched and they didn't ID people, so it was a much more wilder kind of time. A lot of things are similar, I think. I just think that it really just has to do with the control is different.
Blah, 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 blah. Take it to my car. In a 54 Stretch limousine, color cream. Justin will just eat at my minibar. I got friends in high places with plastic faces. Boys in braces wanna change their race. I can't stop because I won't stop. The party starts as soon as my dress drops.
I think that what's happened is ever since, I think two things really affected New York. And they were Rudy Giuliani, when he made the idea that he was going to close everything down, you know, change Times Square, you know, clean sweep, get rid of the clubs, and then 9/11, which, you know, that was like, that changed a lot of, you know, people's attitudes and fun. So I think what happened is now it's like smaller clubs, it's a more intimate thing. People don't dress up like they used to, it's not quite the same, but I think people want to.
We are live in Hollywood on the red carpet with Amanda Lepore. Can you tell us, Amanda, who made your dress?
Some Mexican children in an LA sweatshop who work non-stop until their heads drop. They weren't allowed food or water or drink, but they still did a fair job, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Now about that dress.
Forget the dress, let's talk about my breasts.
Speaking of breast implants, what did Paris Hilton do?
Paris who?
The artists were out there. They were out every night. Yeah, I mean, I knew all of them. Basquiat, Herring, Schnabel, Sharp. Some of them were nicer, more outgoing than others. I mean, Basquiat was a very weird figure. He was not social to me. Maybe because he was on heroin, I don't know. But Keith Haring was a really great guy. Kenny Sharp. Andy Warhol. Everywhere you went was Andy Warhol. He really defined a party. Like if you saw Andy Warhol, you knew you were in the right place.
I met Keith Haring. He used to hang out in front of St. Anthony of Padua on Houston Street, and I think it's McDougal. And he'd just be standing there in the corner like this thinking, and I'd always go hello, and he'd go like this, you know, like he would be like, he was like always like you know, he'd just be standing there like a statue right next to the Our Lady of Fatima statues in St. Anthony of Padua.
at a salon, and we were talking about clubs. And they said, like, it's a shame that kids today will not be able to experience what we experienced, but I'm saying no, they're going to experience it because it's going to be reinvented. And I think the blogs and the ability to mass, you know, to see everything everywhere is going to make it even more hot.
Turn this over there.